Did you find any benefit working in the jail when you later on go on patrol?
Yeah, while I was there, I hated it. But yeah, looking back, and I think any sheriff deputy that worked the jail will agree that you learn more about crooks and bad guys and dealing with people in the jail. You know, it's almost a safety thing. I mean, I really feel like lives have been saved in interpersonal reactions between police officers and people out on the streets because of what they learned in the jail. And we actually took a little class, like they would pull you out of your cell whenever you were new and send you to a 4-hour class called Games Inmates Play. I'll never forget it. And I'd been there like 2 weeks. And, you know, I got my little white shirt, civilian jailer uniform, and it says sheriff's office on the patch. You know, I think I'm pretty much a SWAT operator at this point, you know, and it broke up a few fights and, you know, man, I went to this class, you know, and they actually, I think they had a couple of inmates come in and talk, like they were trustees that had been to prison, and, you know, they would tell stories, and then you watch these videos of jailers getting sucker punched, and I mean, it was eye opening. After that class, pretty much everybody you talk to, you realize they're running some kind of game, you know, even if it's, you know, good evening, boss, how you doing? And when you first get hired, you're like, what a nice guy. Just, man, that's the kind of guy I'd like to have over for Thanksgiving. But if you engage the next night, hey, boss, how you doing tonight? You all right? You look a little stressed. Oh, I'm good. What's up? Man, I got this toothache. You think you could get me a Tylenol? You know, and being a new guy, you're like, well, shoot, I've had a toothache before. That's horrible. Let me call down to the nurse, you know, and then, you know, it builds from there. And if you don't cut it off, they get their hooks in you, you know. And we had so many people that were fired or investigated or actually even went to jail for bringing in contraband and helping somebody escape, or, you know, or they let somebody into the pod to use the phone as a favor because their mom's dying for the 19th time, and they get beat up or whatever, you know. I could just tell you stories for days about the jail and the games inmates play, which went back to that class. But yeah, to answer your question, invaluable experience. You're dealing with people that have already been arrested. Most of them have been in the system multiple times. Just listening to them talk, you know, you learn a lot. And if you're a small town kid like me, you know, grew up and didn't deal with people like this, you know, even in the Marine Corps, you know, you're not dealing with people that are convicts and, you know, that could probably just kill you just as soon as look at you, you know. So you learn a lot about watching your back. I got into a few scrapes in there. I learned more. I also learned a lot about employees, you know, who you can trust, who you can't trust, who's going to run away when you need help, and who's just going to want to go yell for help instead of helping you. And you learn a lot, and I think it helped me. Like I said, I was there quite a while before I got out and went to patrols.